Hi class 5, welcome back to the maths class once again. In our last class what we have done, we have started with exercise number 11, that is the fraction, right? And there we have done from A till number C we have done, and we have given the homework to do. Now today what we'll start, will continue from D and onward, and we'll be doing till some of the sums, and there I'll be giving you some of the homework to do and you have to submit it also. Okay, so keep doing it with me. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get started with number D. Here I have taken up two sums. Okay, so in the number 1 you can see that 3 by 5 is the primary fraction out here, and in the second all these two are the equivalent fraction of 3 by 5. Now till now I hope you have gone through the introductory video of the fraction, and you have understand what are the equivalent fraction. If you haven't gone through, I am just briefing it out once more, that in case of 3 by 5 suppose, and here see a denominator of 20 is given. Now if we have to find out what are the equivalent fraction, the equivalent for in case of 1 by 2, what will be the equivalent fraction of 1 by 2? Another fraction that will be the multiple, or when we are going to multiply the numerator or the denominator of this fraction with the same number, or going to divide the number with divide the fraction with the similar number, that is going to be the equivalent fraction of 1 by 2. So if we are taking one that is standing in the numerator here, let's multiply it both the numerator and denominator with 2, then it gives what? It gives 2 by 4. So 2 by 4, we can say 2 by 4 is the equivalent fraction of 1 by 2. Similarly, we can find many other equivalent fractions when we are going to multiply the numerator and denominator with the same number, like 3. So 3 by 6 is going to be another equivalent fraction of 1 by 2. So similarly, we are going to find out all these numbers. Here, in case of 3 by 5, what it will be? We are going to tally the 5 and 20, because both are the we have already known that it is going to be the equivalent fraction of 3 by 5, where 20 and 5, it has a relation between. So how do we find out the relation? So for that reason we have to find out by this way. We are going to write it again, then we will multiply both of it with a similar number, that will result into 20. So 5, we know 5, what is the multiple of 5 that turns out with a product of 20? That is 4, right? 5 4s are 20. So 4 is going to be multiplied in the numerator as well and in the denominator too. So 4 3s are 12. So it will be 12. So we will be writing here the number, it is going to be in the numerator, that is the 12. Okay, so similar method we will follow in case of the third equivalent fraction also, where we have to where the numerator is given, where the denominator is missing. Just let's follow the similar method again. How do we do? We have to find out the relation between 3 and 10. So we will multiply it with another multiple, that is 10. We know that, right? 10 into 3, that is 30. Or if you are having a difficult number out here, you can always divide this number, divide this given number with the previous number, right? For example, if I am dividing 30 by 3, it is going to give a number of 10. That is going to be multiplied out here. Okay, in this way we can find out this also. So we are multiplying the numerator and denominator both with 10. So it will give 30 by 50. So here it will be 50. Understand? So in the similar way, we are going to find out the second. We are going to solve the second sum, that is the number 7 I have taken. See here, what is the twist? 4 by blank space is there. Here in the first primary fraction we could have known out here, that was given, but in this case the middle equivalent fraction was given, and the primary fraction is not given out here, and again the second equivalent fraction is also missing. So what we will do, we will follow the similar method, no worry have to do. So in this case, let's find out the relation between the numerator. Again, just the thing we have done, we have to inverse it. Okay, so find out the relation between this. So 4 3s are 12, right? So here 3 will be there, right? We always do this. We always multiply the upper portion with the similar number. So what is going to be multiplied with 3 so that it will give a 15? So I have already said, if you are having this kind of difficult thing, you can always divide the given big number by the smaller number. So divide this, we know that 5 3s are 15, right? So here 5 will be there and 5 3s are 15. See, we have got this number. So here 5 is there, going to be there. So 4 3s are 12, 5 3s are 15. Similarly, let's find out the second equivalent fraction, as we have got the primary number. So 20 by dash, there is we haven't got it. So 4 by 5, 4 5s are 20, we understand. So 5 5s are 25. So here it's going to be 25. Alright. Now coming back to the number E, where what we have to do out here, we have to convert this into the mixed fraction. I have taken the sum number 5. Now how we are going to convert this into the mixed fraction, right? So on finding the mixed fraction, what we have to do, as you can see, this is an improper fraction is given out here, and we cannot keep the improper fraction in its form. So we are going to divide this 96 by 5. Okay, so on dividing, what it will be, 5 ones are 5. Let's keep it simple. Then 4 will come down. 4 nines are 45. Sorry, 5 nines are 45. And 1 will be as the remainder. Now here we will follow an anti-clockwise manner. And then what it will be? The quotient that we'll get, it will become the new whole number, and the divisor, it will become the new denominator of the proper fraction, and 1 will be the numerator of the fraction. So this is going to be the mixed fraction of 96 by 5. Now coming to the number F. I have taken the number 3 sum, where it is saying 3 whole 1 by 6. Now what we have to do, we have to convert this into its improper fraction, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to convert this into its improper form. Okay, so fraction I have written as F. Now how we are going to do, first this is the whole number and this is the numerator. Let's say this is the N and D, denominator, and this is the whole number. So what we are going to do, first the formula is multiply the whole number with the denominator, then add the product with its existing numerator, and then the denominator will remain intact. Okay, so when we are following the similar method, what we are going to do, 3 into 6 plus 1, right, and divided by 6 itself. So 6 3s are 18 plus 1 19. So 19 by 6 is the answer of this mixed fraction. Alright, now come to the number G. Here what we have to do, here this number 3 sum, that is 10 by 80, we have to convert this into its lowest term. Lowest term. Now, how we are going to do this? Firstly, I am going to show two methods, okay? Two methods where 10 by 80 can directly be converted into its lowest form by dividing directly. If you are finding this convenient. See here, 10 by 80, both are the multiple of 10, right? So it can be cancelled out or it can be divided by 10 itself. So here, if we are going to cancel this out, it will be forming 10 ones are 10 and 10 eights are 80. So it will be 1 by 8. Now coming to, this is one method. Okay. Now coming to the another method where you have to find the factors of the numerator and denominator. Okay. So what are the factors of numerator? 2 5s are 10 and 5 1s are 5. So first we will write 10 by 80 equal to 2 into, let's write it in a ascending order. So 2 into 1 into 2 into 5. Again we are going to find the factors of 80. So first take it like this. 2 40s are 80. 2 20s are 40. Again 2 10s are 20. 2 5s are 10. And 5 1s are 5. So 1 into 2 into 2 into, how many 2s are there? There are 4 2s. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 out here. For this, I am going to, so that you can see it clearly, I am going to erase this part. So here write it clearly. Here we are going to cancel out. 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2. 5 1s are 5 and 5 1s are 5. So 1 is staying out there because 1 will be there. And other than that, there are 3 2's in a multiplied form. So 1 into 1 into 1 is 1 and 2 into 2 is 4 and into 2 is 8. So the answer will be similar by following both of the method. So we are going to stop till here for this class, and from the next onward from 8 we are going to continue from the next class. So do till here, do complete all the sums and submit, and we'll see in the next video. Thank you.